Hello, welcome to another episode of Nerds with Badges. I know it has been a long time since I've done a video. I mean, it's been a minute. I actually planned to do a video review for Avatar, but I haven't had a chance to go see it yet. I probably will go see it tomorrow. That'll be my New Year's Eve celebration. I cannot believe that 2025 is over. I mean, it's been like, this has been a very, very weird year. Especially for video games. AI is really becoming a big thing. Well, it is a big thing now. We got cars driving themselves. We got self checkout at the supermarket. Robots, electronics, people getting their food by robots. Uh, even even my field, security, I see security guard robots downtown here in Los Angeles. Um, and comic books have been really weird too. Interesting. When I say weird, in a good way. I've been reading Storm. For all that don't know, Storm recently became a god, literally a goddess, because she was empowered by eternity. And I'm a few issues behind. I'm admittedly, just with life happening, I'm behind in my Storm reading. I'm behind in Ultimate Black Panther and Absolute Wonder Woman. I know that they're about to end the Ultimate Universe again, which is just crazy because they did that years ago. And for those that don't know, Ultimate Universe, that's where Miles Morales comes from. He's the Spider-Man of mixed heritage. His mother's Puerto Rican and his father's black. So there's like, basically the Ultimate Universe is Marvel as we know it, but more up to date and edgier. So it's almost like the DCU. Well, when Snyder was with the DCU. And speaking of DCU, the Supergirl trailer looks really good. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be weird for me to see Jason Momoa playing Lobo. I liked him as Aquaman, so I mean, I just don't like Lobo. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I do not like Lobo, but the Supergirl looks like a pretty cool character because I liked her cameo in Superman, which I also really enjoyed. Stranger Things is about to wrap up, and that's really something because those kids were like 10, 11 years old when they started that show. Now they're all like adults. It's amazing. So they're gonna show, I guess tomorrow, maybe this morning. Well, it's 9:39 here right now p.m. So maybe at midnight, Netflix will drop the remaining episodes. They spread it out because they want people to watch it. So it's been good. I'm a little worried for some of the characters. I don't expect everybody to make it out, and there's been a lot of hype for the new Avengers movie, which is like a year away. Hopefully they don't delay it. I seen a little bit of the trailers for the little mini trailers. I guess I know I was kind of pissed off when I heard that they were gonna just have the trailers during Avatar, but I guess they put them on Avatar and then they put them on YouTube and other things. I guess I see Captain America's back. Well, I don't know if he's calling himself Captain America. It's probably gonna be Nomad or the Captain. Those are aliases that he had in the comic books for a while. I feel like they should. I feel like they abandoned some of the things that they were working on with the comics. I mean, with the MCU because of backlash from people. And I really feel that these studios need to stop caving in to these people who just never like anything and are never satisfied and complain about every damn thing. I feel like this is a problem because you have a few that are very vocal and they don't speak for all of us that are into this stuff. And I just I I definitely think that there was some missteps with the MCU, some stuff that happened, but it was not awful. Um, I would like to see more from the magical side of the MCU. I heard that they're working on a Strange Academy series, which is something that they had put off. I think they had canceled it. Stranger Things. I said Stranger Things. Strange Academy. Jesus. Strange Academy is a school for people with magical abilities, and Doctor Strange. He opened it in somewhere in Louisiana, and there's a sister, black chick. She is like a zombie. I think she turned herself into a zombie by accident. And there's a guy with a magical coat. There's one kid who is the son of Dormammu. Two Asgardians guys. Trying to think of the other characters. There's another character that's introduced, and I can't remember. There's a sister, and I think she appeared in the Ironheart TV show, which was really cool. Colossus's sister, Ilyana, she's one of the teachers, and Nico from the Runaways is also a teacher. She's the Asian chick that has like the magical staff that was passed down to her. Oh, not really passed down. I think she kind of took it from her mother. But anyway, Brother Voodoo is I guess he's the headmaster of the school, and he's like you could say he's a black version of Doctor Strange, but he's much more than that. Jericho Drum, and there's some other magical characters that from the MCU that show up. And I was reading the comic book, and they got to I guess they canceled it, and I don't know if they resolved some of the storylines they were building up on, and then they started doing these like one shots and these guest books, and I couldn't keep up, so I kind of fell off. But I like the books. I like the more magical stuff, and I wish that DC Comics, I wish they would like Dr. Fate. I don't think he currently has a magical has a comic book. I know Wonder Woman, she's like the only mainstream magical character in the DCU. Well, Shazam. Or is he back to being called Captain Marvel, or is he just the captain now? But I like the magical characters, so I'm looking forward to a Stranger Things TV show, because I liked, I said Stranger Things, Strange Academy TV show. I'm looking forward to a Strange Academy TV show, because I enjoyed the Runaways TV show, and I enjoyed Cloak and Dagger. What was it? Oh my God! There's a character in the Marvel comics. He's the son of the devil. I think his name is Damon Hellstrom. I thought it was Hellstorm for the longest, but it's actually Hellstrom. And they did a TV show on Hulu with this character and his sister, and that was interesting. It was trying to think. They wanted to do a Ghost Rider show, but it didn't happen. But he did show up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I liked the character. Like I said, I like the magical character, so I would like to see more focus in the MCU on magical characters other than Doctor Strange and Thor. And then they said Thor is not really a god. He's not really magical. He's just an advanced alien. I guess they're trying to be politically correct, because sometimes when you're talking about gods and deities and things, you got religious people with different religious beliefs, and it can be problematic. As far as video games go, my mind is just blown with all the stuff that's happening with video games and right now, because Xbox raised the price 2 times on the Xbox in 5 months, and then they're saying that it might happen again. There's a shortage in RAM chips, apparently, and this is causing possibly a delay with the next gen systems that are coming out, and also the prices are going to go up. I think in 2026 is going to be really crazy, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of people might just get priced out of gaming, or just get into maybe retro gaming and PC gaming, which is free. PC gaming is free, and they don't charge you to play games online. So Steam is coming out. Interesting enough, Steam is coming out with another console. They tried it before and it didn't work, because I think that it just wasn't the right timing. But they're making a console. I think it's going to be called the Steam Box or something. I don't know what it's going to be called, honestly. And it looks like a GameCube without a handle to me. Now I have a Steam Deck, and so I've had my Steam Deck now for, I guess I've had it for 3 years, and I like it. I don't know what happened. I dropped it one time, and I don't know if that's why it's like one of my triggers. I think it's the left trigger, the L1 trigger on my Steam Deck just stopped working. So I was gonna get it repaired, but then I figured out you can remap the buttons, which is a nice feature. I should spend more time with the Steam Deck, tinkering with the settings and stuff, because that's one of the things about being a PC gamer is that you learn to get more technically you learn to become more tech savvy. And the thing about being a PC gamer is, when you get a PC, whether it's a laptop or a desktop, usually you don't just turn the games on and they just work as opposed to the Xbox or Nintendo or PlayStation. You just turn them on and they work, and they might be updates, but that's it. But usually with PC, you may have to go in and tinker with the settings to get better performance. And you got to think about stuff like that. And then there's always updates, and then there's drivers, and if you're using Windows, then it gets even crazier. So most people just don't even bother. They just, most people just want to just turn it on. They just want it to work. So there's that. I do like the Xbox ROG Ally. I don't know what they're calling these things, but they're basically Xbox partnered with Asus, and they made these handhelds. I don't know why they even bothered with the lower end model. I mean, I don't know. It's just seems like a waste, and the price is just crazy. I think it should be priced. They want that thing to succeed. It shouldn't be. It's $5.99, I believe. It should probably be $3.99 to give it a chance, because the premium version is $9.99. It's $1,000, and it's 24 gigs of RAM, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with 32. I guess 24 is good. When I got my first gaming PC, my first gaming laptop, about maybe 6 years ago, I think it was 6 or 7 years ago, 16 gigs was a big deal. That was a sweet spot. It still kind of is, but we're leaning more towards 32. So my gaming laptop that I got earlier this year was 32 gigs of RAM. So that's where we're headed. But with all the weird stuff that's going on with the RAM shortage, with people, because Xbox laid off like 2,000 people, man. It's just so weird. A while back they did, and AI is just taking over everything, and computer companies are buying all these. I guess they're buying all the chips for the RAM. So it's going to create a shortage, and then there's going to be a price increase, and then so we may start to see. I've heard some people say that we may start to see games systems having less RAMs, and then that will I guess that will make the developers actually spend some time to optimize these games so that they will run. I do feel that, and a lot of people have said this, the current gen hasn't really fulfilled this potential. I think there's a lot of life left in what we have. The saying that be happy with what you have, instead of worrying about the next best thing that's coming out. So I'm not really in a hurry. I may actually be done with consoles. I did get a Switch 2, and I'm enjoying it. Nintendo, they are smart. They've done some things that are just kind of like annoying to me, but they have the exclusives, and they know how to make really good games. I got to give it to them. So going forward, Nintendo might be like the only console that I'll be buying, because PC, I think I just evolved into a PC gamer. So my plan for 2026 is to get me I'm not going to build it, but I want to get like a really powerful tower desktop that can run anything. But this is something that I need to do really early on in the year, because like I said, the whole RAM price is going to go up on parts, and it's just going to be crazy. Although you can still save a lot of money as a PC gamer. I guess it's the best kept secret in gaming. But anyway, I'm going to probably go see Avatar tomorrow or sometime during the weekend. I'll be back with a review. But that is Nerds with Patches for today, December 30th, 2025. And good night. Should say good morning because I'm just starting my shift at 9:50 at night. And I don't know, depending on what part of the world you're in. Like if you're in Nigeria right now, I think it's like maybe 5 in the morning or something like that. Anyway, I got to get ready to go to work. So until the next time, take care. Happy New Year.